everyone, I'm Chris with Bestcovery and I'm here with another product review. Today we're going to be looking at the Y-Brush toothbrush. So I'm excited to talk about this one because this is one of the most interesting products I've tried before. It's not like any other toothbrush I've ever experienced. So there's definitely some pros and cons to this, maybe some situations where you might like this toothbrush for yourself, and maybe for some people this isn't the right toothbrush for them. So before I dive into the specific features and things I like about this toothbrush, the basic Y-Brush box here comes with the brush itself, along with this drying stand, this carrying case, and a charging cable, as well as this silicone applicator for about $100 on Amazon. So there'll be a link in the description for that. That's where you can pick up this. Part of this review, they did send us some of their toothpaste for us to try it with. And so this one I haven't been able to find on Amazon, but you can use any toothpaste with it. But this was just the one that we used for that. First of all, a little bit about how the Y-Brush works. It's kind of an interesting concept where you have this Y-shaped array of bristles that basically lines up with your teeth and is attached to this vibrating handle, right? So you press the button here to select your different settings, and it'll kind of confirm what setting you have selected based on which lights are illuminated, and then you hold the button to start it. And as you may be able to hear, it's now vibrating, right? So that is how the brush itself works. You hold it again to turn it off, and it has a little charging port on the side right here. So it says on the packaging that it has a 3-month battery life, so you should be able to go quite a long time without needing to recharge it, but it does come with a charging cable through USB if you need to use that. That's the brush itself, okay? So how you actually use it is you use the silicone applicator that comes with the kit. That's this green part on the end of the tube, right? You can apply this to any toothpaste tube that you have, and you basically apply it inside of the bristles, right? The idea is that it helps to get that toothpaste deep inside of the bristle array, and there's 35,000 bristles like right here, just in that little bit. So this helps you get it deep inside of there so it gets to all parts of your teeth. And once you have that in there, you select the mode that you want to use for this by pressing the button until you have, whichever setting you want illuminated. It sets different intensities and different durations. And then you put it inside of your mouth and bite down and hold it to start. And when it starts vibrating, you kind of rock it back and forth and bite down. So you're kind of chewing and rocking this device back and forth. And I will say, after trying it, it's a little bit kind of cumbersome. It's a little bit unsightly. I was instructed to do a little bit of a home video of me doing it, and no one needs to see me like that. I look like a frothing beast of the wild, and it's a little unsightly, but it does take only about 15 seconds for a cycle to complete. So that is one thing that is interesting about it, is that it's very fast. You're basically brushing all of your teeth at once. So if you're someone who just gets bored to death brushing your teeth for the 2 minutes that's recommended with a standard toothbrush, this gets it out of the way pretty quickly. Once you do your top teeth, you just flip it over and repeat it on your bottom teeth again, chewing and biting and rotating. Again, with this kind of protruding out of your mouth, it can be a little bit hard to keep yourself from drooling, so it can be a little bit of a mess. Once you're done brushing with it, you remove the brush itself, you rinse it out under the water, and then you can set it on this rack to dry, kind of. And that is one thing that I think is a little bit kind of, kitschy about this kit, is that this stand feels kind of silly. It doesn't really fit the product very well, but it appears the intended purpose is for you to kind of set that there so it can dry, and it can apparently fit a couple of these. So what I do like about this is that it is quick. It comes in 2 sizes, an adult size, which is what I have here, but it is also available in a kid size. The kid size, the kid size, opens up, I think, some good options, right? If you have fussy brushers, if you have kids who you're worried about them actually getting their brushing done, I think this is a really good way to actually help them with that, because it's a little more interactive, it's a little more engaging, and it's faster, right? So if you're worried about your kids and their dental health, this is a pretty good way, I think, to try another angle. It's up to you if it's worth $100 to try. I do feel like the product is maybe not quite $100 of value in terms of like product quality. Like this doesn't feel like it's made of anything worth $100, but I do think what you're buying really is the bristle array. So that is the cool, novel part of it that, you know, you're not necessarily going to get anywhere else. For my personal preferences, I often felt like I had to go back with my own normal toothbrush and get spots that this missed. So while I do think that it's nice and convenient and fast, I think for me personally, it didn't really save me a lot of time because I felt like there were spots that this didn't quite get good enough. I didn't feel like I had the same clean. And, you know, I'll acknowledge it could be in part because of the toothpaste that I used. I used the one that they sent us. It's a milder toothpaste and it's sulfate free. For those who don't know, sulfates are what are responsible for the frothing action that you get in kind of a standard American toothpaste. And for me, I really like it. I know sulfates could be, you know, maybe not the best for you. It's a chemical additive. But I like how it makes my mouth feel when I brush with it. And using that toothpaste, I didn't get that same sort of response, you know, to getting frothy, brushed, clean feel. So maybe if you use it with a different toothpaste, you might like the experience a little bit better. I did like this little carrying case that it came in. It makes it nice to kind of keep this separated from everything else if you're traveling. But overall, yeah, I would say that this is something to try if maybe you are fussy with brushing or your children are fussy with brushing and you need to try something different. I think their main sort of selling point of saying that this saves you time or that it's just as effective in 15 seconds or whatever, I'm not super certain of that. This is quite popular in France where this is produced. It's recommended by many doctors, and so maybe it could also just be what I'm accustomed to as an American consumer because it is unusual. But if you're not satisfied trying it out the first time, I might try different toothpaste. You know, if you have something like this, it may not feel as good as brushing the way that you're accustomed to. But if you have a normal, like a sulfate, you know, Crest or Colgate toothpaste, you might have a better experience. So overall, I do think that this is the right product for some people. I definitely acknowledge that there are going to be some people who don't like it. But if you are looking to try something new with teeth brushing, this could be a good fit for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest product reviews. If there's something you would like us to review in the future, please comment below. If you would like to pick up a Y-Brush for yourself, we'll have a link for you in the description. And as always, discover the best with Best Covery.